Sport mode changes things up a little bit, but you know, don't really need it. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over a Ford F-150 Black Widow. This one's pretty unique because it actually has the EcoBoost powertrain. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to the Kengar Ford here in American Fork for giving me some time with this truck. Check out their inventory in the description down below. Let's get right into the video. So under the hood of this Black Widow F-150, we have a twin-turbo 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 400 horsepower and then 500 pound-feet of torque. So since I've already reviewed a bunch of brand new F-150s, we're gonna focus on the Black Widow specific stuff with this truck. So first off, you guys can see here on the hood, you have this really cool venting. Got the Black Widow logo there on the venting. Makes the truck look a whole lot more aggressive. And then this being built off of the XLT, you still get the LED lights here in the front. And then notice you've got the red here with the Black Widow logo, or part of like the Black Widow badging right on the front end. You've got the Black Widow logo just down below. And then notice, yes, we do have tow hooks there on the front end. And then you guys can see here with the little air dam just down below that. But the truck looks super aggressive from a front end perspective, right? That's due mainly to the lift. And then you guys can see here off to the side with the bumper, there's a little bit of accenting as well. And well, that's all for the front. Now coming to the side here, we've got 20-inch wheels. Wrapped around that we have 35s. Now you can see that these are the Black Widow specific wheels. You've got the oversized Black Widow red brake caliper. You can see really aggressive all-terrain tires. And then this does come with a 6-inch lift as part of the Black Widow package. It does come with a speedo recalibration, and so everything is already all set up. And then you've got these oversized bolted fender flares, which look absolutely fantastic. Again, another Black Widow decal, and then also the Black Widow spider there on the side. And then here is your full side view on this truck. You can see really aggressive with the stance. The 6-inch lift definitely transforms the truck. And then you also have these side steps that are added as part of the Black Widow package. And then you can see the tire and wheel setup here in the rear, identical to what you have in the front. You get Fox shocks. They're also parts of the package. And see fender flare on the back is the same as the front. This is built off of an FX4 packaged truck. And then notice how the exhaust tip is blacked out here in the rear. And then popping here to the back of the truck, you guys can see here, since it's built off an XLT, you do have the base model tail lights. You've got another Black Widow logo right here, and like I said, this one is an EcoBoost. You've got parking sensors all along the rear that come with the truck as stock. But yeah, I mean, they basically built it off of a loaded up XLT. And so yeah, overall, the exterior of this truck just looks fantastic, and it's massive, especially next to a Maverick. It's a monster. So this part of the interior, they actually keep stock, which is completely fine because the new F-150 has a really nice door panel. You guys can see the material used here, and then down below with all the padding and the stitching that goes across, you can see the dark gray metallic trim. Bang & Olufsen sound system with this truck. And then you can see here with the seats that are part of the Black Widow package. Down below, it's a little bit easier to see. You can see really nice red stitching. And they do this leather swap. So the XLT normally comes with cloth seats, but it's part of the Black Widow package, right? They throw in the leather seats, which is really solid. And then you can see down here, you've got all your charging ports, all that fun stuff, some cup holders as well. And then this being a Super Crew, it's massive in the back. There's tons of room. And so yeah, popping over here to the front now, you can see here with the door panel at the front, all the stitching that goes across and the padding down below, same as what you have in the rear. And then we've got the little map of Detroit. This truck does come with blind spot monitoring. You've got all of your window controls right here. Got another speaker for the Bang & Olufsen sound system. And then you can see the Black Widow spider. I almost said spitter. Ben Hardy on the front seat here, and then all of the stitching down below looks really cool. Power adjustments here with the seats, and then you can see the pedals right here. Pretty normal setup. We've got our pedal adjustment right here with the light control, mirror lights. The steering wheel is manually adjustable, and well, there's one more look before we hop in. So, oh look, there's Black Widow on the step too. That's so cool. I'm gonna step on the spider. Ha! Anyways, popping in. You can see you've got the regular F-150 startup, all that fun stuff. So that is pretty much unchanged, it looks like. Starting here with the steering wheel, this has been left to stock, which is fine. It's got nice leather trim. You've got stitching here on the center, controls for the center stack. You got your cruise control, volume, voice command controls on the other side. little turn signal windshield wiper stock. But anyways, you can get a Black Widow gauge cluster, but if you don't want that, you don't have to have it. So you could just have like the stock gauge cluster. If you like the stock interior, you can just keep it that way. And that's something that's cool about Black Widows. There's a lot of customization with the truck itself. Now, from a camera system perspective, you can see we've got the backup camera with trajectory lines. They do turn with the steering wheel, which is definitely nice. Aside from that, they option these trucks out with the 12-inch display, so you get the big bad boy infotainment system. We've got the hill descent control because it has the FX4 package. That's why they choose the FX4 package, if you're wondering, is so that the trucks can have the hill descent control. But you guys know I'm a huge fan of this infotainment system. And then trailer brake controls. We have all the regular drive modes that come with the new F-150. So your normal, tow haul, eco, sport, and then the other side there is your slippery, deep snow, sand, mud ruts, and then your rock crawl mode as well. And then you can see you've got some extra storage space here. The shifter that does fold in, really nice leather trim on that. And then notice that they have changed the center console. So you got the red stitching here on it, and then you can see the storage space with that. But yeah, it looks really nice. Passenger seat just as nice as the driver's seat. And then this actually all matches really nice. You can see the trim here on the dash. This is stock, but because they picked this truck, it kind of all matches. Panoramic sunroof comes with this truck as well. And then we have a power sliding window, which is very important. Also, you can see on the windshield, you've got the Black Widow logo. So you guys can see here with the options that have been added as part of the Black Widow package. Feel free to read the entire list if you want. I think it's awesome is you do get a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty, which obviously gives you a massive amount of peace of mind. Anyways, total price here, $83,941 before any type of market adjustment. And let's take it out and see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. There's your visibility of the hood. It's cool to see the venting. Both the mirrors, like I said, they do have blind spot. And then throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. So we are setting off here in the Black Widow F-150 with the EcoBoost. And like I said, this is a pretty unique truck. Most of the Black Widow F-150s I've seen out in the world have had the 5.0. So this should be a pretty interesting experience. First off, something I want to mention is this rides so smooth. I've driven lifted F-150s before, and you know, sometimes they're done right and sometimes they aren't. This is done right. You can tell they spend a ton of time into the lift and into the suspension to make sure that this is a smooth, comfortable driving vehicle. So yeah, they've definitely nailed it with that. And its noise insulation is also really good with the truck as well. We're just going to keep it in the normal mode here for the acceleration. Sport mode changes things up a little bit, but you know, don't really need it. Yeah, that moves it. That moves it. I will be having another review coming up where I'll be driving a Black Widow, again, at the Kangar Ford that has the 5.0. So I'll be able to tell you guys directly like the acceleration difference. But I can tell you this thing moves it. This is really good from an acceleration perspective. It gets the truck up and it goes. When you guys can see here again, like it's quick. It is quick, and that's not even like, you know, foot down to the floor. That's like 65-70% throttle, and it's still just getting it up, and it is moving it. So yeah, super impressed with that, and I love the feel of the suspension too. We'll do actually one more loop around the block here in just a second, so we can kind of get a little bit more. But yeah, the suspension's really good actually. Going over the little manhole covers, you don't really feel it. So this kind of has that Raptor-ish Baja type feel with the suspension. It's not floaty, okay? It stays nice and planted. But it kind of has that Raptor feel where when you go over stuff, it doesn't upset the truck. You don't really feel it. And overall, it definitely is, it's just comfortable. I was like, why is it so hot in here? I don't have the air on, and it's set to blow up my feet. My glasses are fogging up. That's why I was wondering why. I was like, I can't see anything. Yeah, I love how this drives. I know this is kind of weird test drive going around the block twice. I'm trying not to put like a lot of miles on this truck, right? It doesn't like have any miles on it anyways, but trying to keep the mileage low, but give you guys good enough driving impressions. So yeah, let's get into setting things up here with this Black Widow F-150. So first off, exterior wise, I think it's such a good looking truck. It's just eye-catching. I mean, this is the type of truck, if you want people to notice you, they will notice you. But in terms of lift and everything, this has got to be one of the best lifted trucks I've ever driven. They've nailed it. Black Widow's nailed it. They made it really good from a suspension standpoint, from a compliance standpoint, and the fact that it also has a warranty. Like, this is above and beyond what you get with most lifted vehicles, because most lifted vehicles, you got to concede ride quality. You also are voiding the warranty with the lift. There's a lot that's happening. Whereas this, you aren't doing that. You still have a warranty on this, and it's very comfortable. So this is awesome. And then as for the EcoBoost, it moves it. It can move the lift. That 500 pound-feet of torque, it moves the tires. It's really good. So yeah, overall, I think this looks amazing, drives amazing, and the EcoBoost is definitely solid. And again, like, I'll go drive a 5.0 truck and I'll kind of give you guys my opinion in that video, so watch for that video. If you're not subscribed already, I recommend subscribing, where I will be able to tell you guys, you know, which one you should go for. But the 3.5 in this truck is, it's solid. Now let's get some things up for our video on this Ford F-150 Black Widow with the EcoBoost. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Kengar Ford here in American Fork for giving me some time with this truck. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see all of you in the next video.